Hello and welcome to the 2017 GSAC Mystery Tournament. My name is Ben. I will be the solo caster for this morning's game against two fine players. We have in an elimination match. Not that. We have JT and Brody going off in Super Mario Brothers 3 World 2. This will be a fantastic match. Can I get a ready check from both of our players?
Ready.
Ready.
All right, you can begin in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so you guys are stuck with just me for this one. We are here 9 in the morning, too early for most people, and the musicality is already off. Yeah, just a little bit of background here. Apparently, I'm So Tender has never played Mario, ever. So, I have to say B Musicality is probably pretty favored here. But we'll see. We will see. Sort of background behind me choosing this game is that, for all the times we've played in this mystery tournament, I've never had the players pick or give the players a game that has already been seen in the tournament. And so when these players were getting ready to play, I think the last game that they would expect is Super Mario Brothers 3. And so, I like to throw them a little bit of a curveball there. So it'll be fun. This will be a really fun one. We all know Super Mario Brothers, but I know I at least haven't seen too much of World 2 or any other world other than World 1, so
I suck at this.
it'll be very interesting to see how these players handle it. We already see I'm So Tender having a little bit of trouble with the enemies. Some of them in this World 2 here are sort of camouflaged as blocks and then try to destroy you. And he's finding that a little difficult. I also don't know if he's found the run button yet, a pretty critical feature in the game. But I think he has. B Musicality, on the other hand, he has played Mario before. He streams Super Mario Sunshine, I believe, or Super Mario 64, one of those. But I didn't think he had all that much experience with Super Mario Brothers 3. But he seems to be doing great, already past the second level. Hopefully this isn't too much of a blowout. I'd feel bad. He's in the castle. And once you demolish the castle, just like in World 1, that sort of opens up a path you can take post game over, should you game over. Which is really important. I could give him a big lead. We now see I'm So Tender at the second stage that has quicksand here. He needs to figure out that he can jump out of that quicksand if he taps the jump button long enough. This is pretty interesting because we all know Mario and how it functions, but when we get into World 2 and some of the later worlds, there are sort of tricks and things that we're not as familiar with simply because we haven't seen them get that far before. Or, maybe as a child, we haven't gotten there or never did get there ourselves. So, a lot of interesting new things in World 2 here, as we see Brody moving on past the castle. This is sort of an interesting decision for him to take this, I think JT's just like accepting his death if he goes into quicksand. But it's interesting that Brody is going back for these pickups and potentially tons of items and stuff here. You know, he definitely doesn't need them in order to progress, but he's willing to take the time out to make sure that later he's good to go. Playing a little bit more safe, maybe. I'm So Tender did have a game over, so he's back at World 1. Hopefully he can go through it a little faster than last time. Although it seems he's still getting used to the physics. The physics in Mario, probably one of the most iconic things about it. What people remember about it feeling really, really good. But it is a system all in itself that you have to learn. So, for someone who's never played before, he could definitely find it pretty challenging. So now we have B-Musicality at probably one of the harder levels. In this level, you basically have to run as fast as you can through the level. There's not too many obstacles, but there are a lot of things that sort of pop out at you, including the sun, which comes down and can just wreck you. So you have to be somewhat careful. Here's the sun. It's a challenging level. You have a lot of sort of twitch movements. But I think some of the later levels are also quite difficult. So, and you know, it might provide I'm So Tender here with an opportunity to come back. Although he can't hit himself with a shell all that often. B-Musicality here with still 2 lives left, so he's got plenty of time and plenty of opportunity to get to the end without taking a game over, which would be really impressive. I want to take a little bit of time here and discuss where these players have come from, their history in this tournament. Oh. That's a really painful death there at the end for B-Musicality. So, I'm So Tender played... Who did he play? I think Tinfoil Hat? No. He played Nelag in Michael Jackson's Moonwalker, which was a phenomenal game. One of my favorites. And lost, and now he's here. And B-Musicality played Karnov, a really difficult platformer, and is now here as well. He lost against Mesmerizer, and these guys are in elimination match. We have a 2-round elimination type format here, so they're going for broke. The winner fights Zirfasa in another elimination match. Both these players, since they've lost already, from now on are playing elimination matches, so they really can't afford to make any mistakes. B-Musicality's at, I think, level 5 here. Getting the raccoon hat is always a bonus. Oh, and he's doing some sort of secret. This basically just lets you dodge a bunch of enemies And it's just a safer path to take if you know about it. We have Absolute Tender still on World 2 here. Hopefully he can figure out, you gotta jump! You gotta jump when you're in the quicksand, you can get out! He's probably thinking like how long it takes him to die in quicksand. And here we're introduced to a Chain Chomp, one of the most iconic enemies in Mario, currently wrecking the musicality. I really hope I'm So Tender figures out that he can not die in quicksand. Otherwise, I think he's just not going to be able to pass level 2. B-Musicality also showing his knowledge of the menus there, giving himself a raccoon hat power-up with apparently unlimited fly? I don't know. I don't think you're supposed to be able to fly this much. But hey, I mean, he figured it out. Just basically skipping that level. He's pulling out all the stops. I think he only has the castle left. Oh, and the pyramid. And probably some Hammer Brothers. But the Hammer Brothers aren't that bad. This level reminds me how much I love the music of Mario. Probably one of my favorite soundtracks. So for those of you who might not be as familiar with Mario, and might get them somewhat confused, in Super Mario Bros. 3, you can pick up items and carry items, although you can't spin jump like you can in the later games. I'm trying to think. Is that it? I think so. As far as power-ups, you have your classic raccoon hat and flame power-up. You also have, I think the frog suit is in this one, although I don't think we'll be seeing that, as well as a few others. I think this is the one where you can have like a Hammer Brothers costume and like throw, what do they throw? Hammers at people, I guess. B-Musicality here actually only has 1 life left, so if he dies here, he'll have to start back from the castle checkpoint, which means he has to do, I think, levels 4, 5, 4 and 5 again, and then before he's back to where he is. And here we see I'm So Tender once again going to that stage 2. I really hope he tries to jump. Come on. Jump, 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 jump. Oh! He figured it out! Good for him. I'm so happy. Oh no, now he's just going right in the pit though. B-Musicality finishes the pyramid, so he's got just the castle left if he can do it, and he got a 1-up, so he's got 2 chances at this castle. It's plenty of opportunity. Once again, we have another airship level to finish off here. I really dig the airship levels as well. Just all the cannonballs, and it just always feels like a very hectic, stressful level, which I think is for like a boss level makes perfect sense. But if you take your time and you just sort of let the auto scroller do its work, it's really not that bad. Is there a power up? Mushroom. I'm So Tender back on stage 1, I believe. Must have gamed over again. And still struggling with the fire. If you know Mario, this run's definitely a lot easier for you because you can sort of try to sprint past enemies before they really have a chance to attack you. And I'm sure B-Musicality took that into mind, whereas I'm So Tender might not have known. But the mystery tournament can be any game, including games you played. And that just means that, you know, they've done a bit more practice going in. They've played the most popular games in this type format. But we have a winner. B-Musicality successfully does it. Congratulations to him. Thanks to both of our players for playing, and thank you for watching. See you next time. Stay frisky.